So tonight we're going to be talking about how you can actually use the Insta360 as a multi-camera. Now, because it is a full 360, you have the benefit of being able to reframe in post. But I'm going to be honest, I think it's bloody cheesy. It drives me nuts, and it's not something that I'm particularly fond of doing. Like, I did one video showing different camera setups for a ceremony, and I was panning between the different cameras. I hate it. The camera's great, but that actual panning motion is driving me nuts. So I thought, well, rather than panning, why don't I just set the keyframes at the start of the file at the desired locations, and then add that to the export queue, change the position, add that to the export queue, and then build up a list of different camera angles that I can export out. When I'm in DaVinci Resolve, all it means then is that I use those files as separate cameras. So then in the edit, rather than having to pan back and forth, I can literally just switch the angle, which is fantastic for BTS because I can then sit the Insta360 in a desired location that I know will have the best coverage for points of interest, and then render those points of interest out as camera angles. And then in DaVinci Resolve, then I can just use the Multicam edit to switch between the different camera angles. It also has the benefit of, whilst you are, yes, you're creating more files, the actual editing process is a lot easier because you are not having to sit through that entire file, putting in keyframes and then rendering that out. And it's a much more quicker workflow, which is what I'm always after. So try it. Next time you're out with your Insta360, say for instance, if there's a group of friends of you and you're talking, position yourselves in spots whereby you are not quite within the stitch line, and then set those as different camera angles, and whenever someone is speaking, just switch to that angle. It might be a fantastic way rather than panning back and forth all the time. Yeah, so give it a try and see how it works for you. Now, if you like this content, please give me the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.